Hi YouTube. Today we're going to talk about it. Fine, alright. Study David Wallman here. Today we're going to talk about, Today we're going to talk about improvisation. I've been asked this question a lot. How do you improvise effectively, and how do you make your improv sound musical instead of just going up and down the scale? Take your guitar and put it down. You don't need your guitar for this. The reason why it's important not to have your guitar physically in your hands when you're trying to improve your musicality is that just like any guitar players, if you put a guitar in the guitar player's hands, he's going to start to noodle. He's going to start to play unfocused and work on his technique and think in terms of guitar as opposed to think in terms of music. And so you want to approach this as a singer would, for example, listening to the melody without having something physical in your hand that's going to distract you, and try to listen to your ideal theme over the backing track. If you have a 3-minute backing track to improvise over, you can see it like a river to be crossed. The beginning and the end, two shores of a river. And in the middle, you're going to kind of swim by filling the gaps with some musical ideas, but 3 minutes of swimming freeform is difficult. So we're going to take some rocks and put them into the river. The rocks are going to be some prepared ideas, a theme, a small theme that you might start. It doesn't have to be complicated, and that theme is going to be recurring through the tracks, and it's going to allow you to rest between the stretches of freeform improv. I hear some of you saying that improvisation is supposed to be made up on the spot, and it's true, but you can work on developing your skills to make up things on the spot. Eventually, the sounds in your head are going to be associated with muscle movements. I'm sure this happened to you before. You're driving your car and you hear a solo, and you start to visualize where the fingers are going in that solo. This happens if you have been playing for a while, because when you're practicing a scale, a solo, an improv, or whatever it is, there's something very important that is happening that you might not be conscious about, but it's happening in the back of your mind. Anytime you're playing a lick, a riff, or whatever it is, if you're involved in that, if you're listening, paying attention to the sound that comes out of your instrument, you're associating sounds, melody, themes to muscle movements. And the more you do that, the more you train yourself to listen to what's inside and reproduce that on your instrument, the more you're going to be fluent with your guitar, and the more you'll be able to sing in your mind and associate the sound of your mind with muscle movements right away on the spot. That's why I would like you to start with the melody, what's inside, listen to the backing track, try to come up with a theme, build that theme, grab your guitar, try to reproduce what you sang over the instrument, play it over the backing track, try to tweak things around, try to add some licks and improv, but the more you do that, the more you train yourself to grab your instrument and reproduce what you sang inside, the better you're going to be at reproducing on the spot some melodic ideas. Practice well, be serious about it. Remember that before being a guitar player, you're a musician, and that's what's going to inspire the world. So see what's inside of you, what kind of musical ideas are inside of you, reproduce them on your instrument. Grab some backing tracks on my website, guitarplayback.com. I'll see you next time. Bye. Salut.